What is up, fellow YouTubers? Good fine morning. It's your boy King Cobra JFS. We got some video responses to knock out today, and I'm redoing the one I did of Shiwan Head because I didn't like the way it turned out. However, I will be doing this other video response circling the controversy surrounding my second favorite beer next to King Cobra, which is, of course, Bud Light. Vaping in Bud Light is for 21 and up. So I think it'd be fitting to do a Bud Light themed drink combo just to piss off the internet, because it's like, oh my god. You know, first world problems, that's what it is. It's like, oh my god, you guys, Dylan Mulvaney's on the Bud Light advertisement. Oh. And half the assholes who are throwing a fit about it are transphobic. The other half who are throwing a fit about it or like, okay, where to crap on your customer base that helped you build it from the ground up. So to make this drink combo, we're going to mix up some Bud Light Platinum and some Baja Blast Mountain Dew from Taco Bell, because your boy ordered Taco Bell last night. Watching some Angry Grandma, I ordered some Taco Bell.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Brett Cooper. I hope you all had a lovely Easter weekend, that you're ready to jump into.
My Easter weekend was good. I didn't have any alcohol for Easter or for like 2 days after that. But that's alright. That's quite alright. I can go 2 days without drinking and then have like a beer, you know. Try to get the lid off this Baja Blast action. So we're gonna go half Bud Light Platinum, half Baja Blast.
Because I have a story that everybody has been talking about since last week, and I kind of held off on it. I just wanted to see where it would go. I was kind of tired of talking about this one person, but we're going to talk about it today. Before we do though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or off the clock episode. So by now, I think everybody has seen Dylan Mulvaney's Bud Light collab.
Dylan!
It really needs no introduction. He did it at the tail end of March Madness. We have a few videos. Let's just watch these.
Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month. But it turns out it has something to do with sports. Oh. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Cheers!
Okay, I'm happy for Dylan Mulvaney. I'm glad she got the Bud Light sponsorship. But she's only getting it because she's trans. If Dylan Mulvaney wasn't trans, people wouldn't give a shit. It just shows you how trendy that trans has become, to be honest. Furthermore, I've been drinking Anheuser-Busch on my YouTube since I was old enough to drink. As a, see, I'm one of Bud Light's cisgendered customers. I'm also a straight ally for LGBTQ+. I've been bullied my entire life. Being the goth kid in high school, you know, and I still get bullied for being goth today. And it's like, well, it is what it is. However, I feel like this was just a desperate attempt to reach Gen Z, who's now old enough to drink. Winning! The Gen Zers are now 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They're becoming old enough to consume Bud Light and alcoholic beverages. So, of course, like any reasonable company, Bud Light decides to reach that audience because that's how advertisement works. You have a targeted audience. However, I think they went about it the wrong way because, remember, this is Vice President of Marketing Alyssa's words, inclusivity, but we'll get into that.
Oh,
Go team.
yes,
Whatever
everybody's...
team you love, I love too.
Oh,
Okay.
His entire MO, I'm sorry, I don't want to get into this, but his entire MO is just acting ditzy, acting like a stupid woman, guys. Oh my God. It's like, did you guys see the Nike ad where he was like, what exercise things do I do? What's March Madness? Oh my God. Act like you know something for once. All right, anyway, moving on. We're going to get through this. Here's another video we did. This one's in a bathtub, so everybody gets excited about that.
No.
And this...
Dylan Mulvaney in a bathtub. Hell to the no.
Kind of ties in with their Super Bowl ad that they did.
Dylan Mulvaney's more flat than a prepubescent girl. Who the fuck she bullshitting?
Miles Teller as they were like dancing to the whole thing. So it's kind of on brand for Bud Light.
I mean, if you're gonna like parade as a woman, at least get some boobs. You know, women are being told that this is the new woman and suck it. And then a lot of women will say, well, just because you get boobs doesn't mean you're a female. That is true. They also say that boobs and a vagina do not define female. But those are characteristics of the female gender, so we're not going to get into that argument right now because that's for a different video. Side note, Bud Light Platinum with Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Wow, delicious.
Oh yeah, Dylan loves Bud Light.
The look on Brett Cooper's face says it all. He's just like, no.
We don't need to see any more of that. There was another 10 seconds. And then, like you saw in the first
I'm gonna pour chloroform in my fucking eyes.
Oh, they sent him this special canned...
Or fucking, what's that? Hydroperoxide in my eyes? Yeah. Bleach, one of the three.
Right. The 365 days of being a girl, even though in that video, Dylan was apparently now calling himself a woman. Maybe he's made it now. He's been a girl for a year, so now he's a woman. Anyway, I digress. Moving on.
Okay, yeah, Blair White's more convincing as a trans woman than Dylan Mulvaney, but I digress. Moving on. And you don't see, like, Blair White acting ditzy just to fucking fit some, like, negative female stereotype, but what do I know? I'm just a dude.
Where's the Dylan Bud Light can? Now, obviously, none of this corporate slacktivism, as I like to call it, should be a surprise since it is literally everywhere these days. But Bud Light, like if any beer company was going to do this, I thought that it would be some like craft microbrewery in LA that makes fruity IPAs. And yes, I'm using the word fruity as a pun. Not America's cheap frat tailgate beer. These
madam, cheap tailgate beer? Honey, if you want cheap tailgate beer, you get Keystone. Shots fired. Wah, 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 wah. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'll fuck with Keystone if it's in my budget. You can't afford the platinums, you know?
by Dylan Mulvaney 100% alienated the majority of their consumer base, and they knew that. They didn't post any of their Dylan content.
Oh my God.
Primary accounts on their Instagram feed, on their Instagram story, on Twitter, anything. They were totally silent. They just wanted Dylan to market these products to his audience, the new audience that Bud Light is apparently trying to reach.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Now, since all the obvious backlash that has been going on for the last 10 days, they have gone silent. They have not posted on any accounts since April 1st, and all of their old posts are getting ratioed. And this is not some situation where, you know, the brand never really made social media posts. No, they were posting every single day throughout March Madness. They were tweeting every single day. They had a whole campaign going, and now there is nothing. But look at the numbers on these old posts. This is their pinned post on Twitter from March 14th. Beautiful ratio number there. Here's another one. Beers on us. Must be game time for a chance to win. Cheer on your team. There we go. And another one. 1 million impressions, 11,000 comments, only 752 likes. Beautiful numbers, like I said. And the comments were also fantastic, like this person said. Remember when Gillette lost all of those male customers?
I don't know who Dylan Mulvaney is. I just think she's kind of annoying, but that's just my personal take.
To be loyal razor users? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that's because they all came to Jeremy's razors instead, everybody. Somebody else. else said, just dropped in for the ratio. Tyler Fisher commented and said, I'll be transitioning to another beer company.
Why am I reminded of this goddamn episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin takes his new CEO to the Pawtucket Brewery, what's it called? Press conference. You know the episode. Yeah.
Commented, awfully quiet after posting nearly daily, a couple times daily consistently. If you're going to make such a bold marketing move, why not stick behind it and back your move? Well, they are finally backing their move, sort of. They haven't come out and said, yes, this was so great, we love this has all gone really, really well, but their VP of marketing is apparently very proud of all their marketing decisions, and here's what she had to say in a now viral clip.
I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light, and it was...
When you took over Bud Light, so there's this chick named, her first name is Alyssa, and she is Bud Light's VP of marketing, doubles down on her extreme woke strategy to promote the declining American beer brand to young people while smearing her former customers as fratty and out of touch. See, as I sit here drinking my Bud Light Platinum mixed with Baja Blast from Mountain Dew from Taco Bell, I'm like, yeah, because the brand is so in decline, you know. You got loyal customers like me. And watch me just piss off the internet by drinking this. Hold up 1 second. Fratty and out of touch? Really? Way to crap on the people who helped make Bud Light what it is today.
This brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. We need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. Yeah. It means having a campaign that's truly...
So it means inclusivity. How is it inclusive if you only include trans people? Not trying to be that guy, but, as Terrence Popp once famously said, but, how is it inclusivity if you only include one side? You know, that's what it's become anymore in our society. Trans people, certain trans people, all they want is to have more privilege than us cisgendered folks. They don't want them to be included. But when they're not included, when them are not included, they throw the biggest pussy fit, dude. It's like, okay, so you can do all the things that you bitch about cisgendered people doing to you back to them, but if they do it to you, it's transphobic. Kiss my ass.
Inclusive and feel...
That's called hypocrisy, friends.
Lighter and brighter.
That could be your new pronouns, hypocritical they, them.
Different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution.
Yes.
Here's how I would have handled the Bud Light advertisement. Like, you want to feature Dylan Mulvaney in the ad to like appeal to Gen Z, I totally get it. But why not include like people from your regular customer base? You know, if I was in charge of advertisement for Bud Light, let me just paint you a picture. Okay, let me just paint you a picture. There's a commercial. It's a tailgate party. Okay, everyone's drinking Bud Light. Here's Dylan Mulvaney cheersing with her fellow women and other cisgendered folks. It's just cisgendered people and trans people having a Bud Light together, celebrating the victory. And then the favorite team scores the winning touchdown. Someone pulls on a Bud Light, does the beer trick that I do. Like, woo, they scored the winning touchdown, yeah! And then you see Dylan Mulvaney and like cheersing her fellow humans, you know, like cheers. And then you see the Bud Light logo followed by inclusivity, friendship. It's Bud Light time. You know, you feel me on this? That way both sides are happy, but you can't just do that because then no. Don't you dare include everyone else with it because that's not inclusivity. That's kind of how inclusivity works, my friends. Side note, I got me some pipe tobacco and a $12 cigar that I bought from pipesandcigars.com. They are not a sponsor of the channel, but I love their websites. You can get pipe tobacco, cigars, lighters, accessories, tobacco pipes. So check out pipesandcigars.com for all your online cigar and pipe needs. The cherry pipe tobacco I ordered is a 7 Seas Red. I love 7 Seas pipe tobacco. They're 7 Seas Royal Blend. Chef's kiss. The cigar I purchased was a limited edition cigar. That's why, you know, a whole case of it would have cost me a lot more money, and that's why a single only cost like $12. Which maybe for you, that's not a whole lot of money, but for me, that's a lot of money to spend on one cigar, you know. So that'll be a nice little treat. So I'm going to hold on to that, stick it in my freezer, and keep it preserved. And then whenever I feel like smoking, I'll just cut it and, you know what I'm saying, go to town. I like smoking cigars. Hey, you guys. And I love smoking tobacco pipes too, man. The smell of a good cherry pipe tobacco, it's just, but I digress. I'll show off when I get my tobacco, I'll unbox it for you.
It had been kind of a brand of bratty, kind of out of touch humor, and it was really important that we had another approach.
Wait, fratty and out of touch? Fratty and out of touch? Out of touch? Okay, yeah, some of the Bud Light commercials, are legendary for being super obnoxious. Hey, honey, guess what? I fucked your sister, and then I fucked your mom, and I fucked your female best friend, and then I got your female best friend and your sister pregnant. Sorry about that, but here's a Bud Light. It's not like, okay, hear me out. It's not like Bud Light, like Frankenstein, Audrey Hale's corpse to sell Bud Light. You know, like, oh, hey, sorry I killed all your kids in that school. Here's a Bud Light. That would have been a lot worse. And this is why Audrey Hale is a fucking cunt. She literally is setting a bad example for LGBTQIAA+. In my heterosexual opinion of cisgendered nature, like, kids are more precious than beer. I'll drink to that.
You are really dumb, for real.
So basically,
it's like, okay, how do we end transphobia? And that's gonna work because shooting up a school full of cisgendered students and killing 3 elderly cisgendered people, now the trans community is starting to become the oppressor. And here's the thing of it. It's not all of them, dude. These radical trans asshole activists who ruin it for the movement, man. Just don't let the extremes of it, like, dictate your personal opinion.
boil down all of that weird marketing lingo that made no sense because she was just talking in circles. She hates their consumer base, and in order to win a new consumer base, the young drinkers, the Gen Zers that are in college now, they don't need to just market their beer. No, they need to be inclusive because representation is the bread and butter of evolution. I didn't get that part, but you know what? Whatever. Now, this clip isn't about Dylan's campaign specifically, but she gave this interview the week before that collaboration dropped. So it was definitely in the forefront of her mind as she was discussing this new strategy. But either way, they're not hiding the fact that they wanted to snide their customer base. She literally called them out of touch and fratty. And yes,
Yeah, sniding the customer base that makes your beer popular. You remember me and Darth Looney drinking that Budweiser challenge at my old apartment? So yeah, I've been promoting Anheuser-Busch for a hot minute. So it's like, okay, Dylan Mulvaney probably would have never drinking Bud Light until you sponsored her, kind of thing, you know? So it's like, what the fuck ever, dude. I got 2 of these platinums left, now officially 1. You can drink a beer without it having to do with your sexuality or your gender. Can we just say that right now? All these assholes who are like, oh my god, we gotta boycott Bud Light now. I'm over here like, go ahead. Bud Light has plenty of customers that will still drink their beer. You hear all these fucking right-wing conservative channels on YouTube who are bitching about Bud Light and saying, oh, you have to boycott it. It's like, okay, either you're transphobic or something, because it's like, who gives a shit? The idea that trans people don't drink like every other normal human being is simply ludicrous.
Using the word we because there's literally a photo of me holding a Bud Light.
No, people are like, Cobra, why the fuck you sticking up for these trans people? Well, let me tell you something. Okay, I happen to know people in my personal life who are a part of LGBTQ+. And when I was getting bullied in school, hardly no one stood up for me, dude. When I get bullied on YouTube, hardly anyone stands up for me. When I was getting bullied on YouTube for starting off on my platform, I got bullied for being a heterosexual cisgendered male wearing makeup. As a goth, I'd paint my eyeliner on and I'd paint my nails. Words like faggot and tranny were used to insult me. So I can't begin to imagine what it's like for people who actually are gay and trans. They go through a lot worse, dude. It's like, I get bullied for just doing my thing, so it's like, why the fuck would I go out of my way to bully someone else? And it's like, I'll tell you what, I'll respect your pronouns if you respect my pronouns. That's kind of how this whole shtick should work. And it's like, now if you have all male pronouns like I do, fucking pronouns are stupid, but that's just my opinion. You get bullied for it. And then the same side that bullies you for it bitches because people bully them for being trans. I'm like, fuck you.
Photo on my Instagram, so I can't hide the fact that I have
The photo on your Instagram, nice booty shorts, girl.
a Bud Light. The person who's going to be really upset about that is my producer Bobby, who apparently loves Bud Light. Bobby, they just called us out of touch and fratty.
I know, Bobby. Now you're gonna drink it, Bobby.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm at least hopeful, though, that there are some brands that are not doing this, like Good Ranchers. You guys already know I love them, and
some brands who are not doing this, who honestly gives a fuck? It's not like they're pandering to sex offenders. You know, you don't see Jeffrey Epstein's corpse going on fucking Bud Light and being like, hey. Him being like, sorry he molested all those kids, but here's a Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, yeah, Dylan Mulvaney. I fucking hate sickos. Dylan Mulvaney, probably a little controversial, yeah, but there were worse people they could have chosen.
have a new deal for you. We are a few months into the year, and if you haven't changed the way that you buy meat yet, you really need to. So let me tell you 3 reasons why I personally subscribe to...
So when you've had enough Bud Light to drink and you have to take a wicked beer piss, be sure to piss on Jeffrey Epstein's grave. And if you have enough pee left in your bladder, be sure to also piss on Audrey Hale's grave. Cheers, folks.
First of all, they are giving you free bacon for a year. That is a $240 value, and that's a pound and a half of bacon.
Wait, what? Good Ranchers American Meat Delivered is giving us free bacon for a year?
In every box. Secondly,
So you get like a pound and a half of bacon with every meat delivery. So they give you a little bit of extra bacon just for subscribing to their meat service. Meat. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
offers a price lock guarantee, so the price of your subscription will not be impacted by Biden's inflation. And lastly,
Biden's inflation. Oh my God. I'm an independent. I'm down the middle. I'm a little bit Republican and a little bit Democrat. I'm in the middle. I think for myself. I don't let what the fucking media tells me dictate my decisions. As far as I'm concerned, fuck CNN and fuck Fox News. Or my affectionate name for the two, we got Fox News and Cunt News Network. Biden's inflation, that's so fucking stupid. You do realize that we just got out of a pandemic where people lost their jobs and we've been stuck inside for like a year and a couple months, you know? So the economy's gonna suck. Okay, we're gonna have to have a little bit of inflation to make up for people losing their fucking jobs. For people, you know what I'm saying, losing their fucking jobs. And it's sometimes inflation's a good thing. I know it sucks when you're going to the fucking grocery store to get a pack of Marlboro NXTs and you're paying like $7 a pack when it was like $5. But it's like, well, what do you expect? The pandemic put our economy into a fucking recession. And in order to make up for like all the money we've lost because of the pandemic and people losing their jobs, we have to make things more expensive. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that groceries now cost an arm and a leg. And now more than ever, it's become so much easier and cheaper to eat at fast food restaurants like Taco Bell, but that's the nature of the beast. Like last night, I had a Crunchwrap Supreme beef combo. It came with a Doritos Locos Taco Supreme and a Crunchwrap. Ended up paying like, what, damn near $16 to have it delivered. It is what it is.
Product is unlike any other. Their all-natural burgers, USDA prime steaks, and better than organic chicken have changed my standard for great meat and will change yours too. So use my code Cooper for an extra $20 off your order. And when you subscribe, like I mentioned,
sometimes all you need for pedophiles is a double-barrel shotgun.
You will also get Good Rancher's price lock guarantee, meaning that your price stays the same for as long as you are subscribed. So at a Good Ranch,
March Meatness instead of March Madness means free bacon for 1 year. So I don't know if Brett Cooper's coupon deal is still going on, but check out Good Ranchers American Meat Delivered if you want to have high-quality meats delivered to your door. Steaks, burgers, bacon, chicken.
.com and use my code Cooper for $20 off your box. You'll get free bacon, great meat, a secure price, and a bonus of
Use code Cooper at goodranchers.com/March. It's now April, so I don't know if the deal's still going on, but there you go.
$dollars off today. Again, that's goodranchers.com, promo code Cooper, and they will never pull a marketing stunt like this. But anyway, we are
And who cares if it's a marketing stunt? Like the idea that trans people don't enjoy meat. No, they probably don't. They're probably all soy vegan assholes. Kind of fits the whole vibe, doesn't it?
Apparently not inclusive enough to warrant selling beers to. Like, it's so backwards, you know?
That's what pisses me off about this. It's not the fact that Dylan Mulvaney is now the spokesperson for Bud Light. It's the thought that, okay, the people who carried your company and made it into the powerhouse that it is today, you're not good enough. You're outdated. You're out of touch.
The sad thing is, but the real thing is, their marketing strategy worked in a lot of ways. Like, yes, they angered half the population and their customer base, but
what does that say for our society? Well, all it takes to piss somebody off is to put Dylan Mulvaney on the can of Bud Light. That's all it takes to piss people off. And I've said my piece on this before, but this is ridiculous. YouTube.
like that woman hate us anyway. So why would she care about angering us? Why would she care about alienating that consumer base when she...
And the fact that all it takes to piss anybody off is to, like, feature a trans person on a Bud Light can, and people are just enraged. And I broke that down on a previous video with the shooting that happened in Tennessee recently, the one in Nashville. Audrey Hale is a cunt. Crazy, unattractive, nasty twat. I'm trying to make that into a fucking t-shirt, but Customized Girl is like, we're not going to let you put her name on the t-shirt. I'm like, but that's a brilliant t-shirt. You're like literally ripping on mass shootings because that's how horrible they are. They're like, well, yeah, cunt is a horrible word, but like, well, I guess that depends on where you're from. Because here in the West, ooh, it's like, you drop the C word, cunt, and people get so triggered by that. Cunt. And it's like, it's just a fucking word, mate. You know, just say it. Just say it. Say it one time and giggle about it. Cunt. No, go ahead. And it's like women get so pissed off when you use that word, but like they have no problems being like, you're a pig. You're a male pig. And I'm like, how do you think us men feel when we're constantly being called rapist pigs? You know, we feel equally as offended, but that's for a different video as well.
Trying to reach people like Dylan. That campaign got millions and millions of clicks, millions of impressions. You saw the
millions of clicks because trans is now trendy.
On Twitter, you saw the numbers on Dylan's videos. Dylan got so many comments, he literally had to limit his comments. Like, it was crazy.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Everybody has been talking about Bud Light. People on the left have finally decided to put down their green juice and craft IPAs to try a fratty beer. It worked, and that's literally what she was hired.
A fratty beer? A beer is a beer. You go to a frat party, people are going to drink beer. It doesn't matter what it is.
But back to that interview clip. The woman we saw, her name is Alyssa Heinerscheid, and she is the first...
So, Alyssa Heinerscheid, that's how you... I had a hard time figuring out how to pronounce her last name, but Heinerscheid sounds German, no offense, and Germans love their beer. Cheers.
Woman to be leading the Bud Light brand. Is anybody surprised that a woman is doing this? No, we are not. Sadly. Yay, girl bossing. Here she is.
Sadly, I think it's awesome, Brett Cooper. As your conservative brainwashing made it to where you can't just appreciate the fact that, yay, women are getting represented in major companies like Bud Light. And women are given the same opportunities as men now. Personally, I'm stoked for it. I'm like, sweet, man.
Next to some lovely Bud Light, and then here's her LinkedIn page. Alyssa Heinerscheid, VP Bud Light, first female to lead the largest beer brand in the industry.
Oh, the first female to lead the largest beer brand in the industry. Yeah, didn't Alyssa just get done saying that the brand was declining? And here's the thing of it. If you're pissed off that Bud Light's doing this, then don't drink them. If you think Bud Light tastes like crap, then don't drink them. No one's forcing you. And fuck the Dalai Lama, too, while we're at it. It's fucking piece of shit. Oh, he was just joking, and he apologized for telling a kid to suck his tongue. And I'm over here like, fuck you, you nasty...
And she has been there for 10 months and is just smashing it. And I found this new...
Smashing it. What's her fucking name again?
To lead the largest beer brand. the Bud Light brand is
And
anybody.
she's not leading the brand. All she is a marketing representative. She's not like the CEO or anything, so it's like, eh.
Surprised that a woman is doing this? No, we are not. Sadly. Yay, girl bossing. Here she is.
Sadly? You have a woman saying sadly? That's just sad, dude. Like, you can't be happy that, yay, your gender got a win, even though it's not the CEO of Bud Light, you know, it's still a pretty high up, you're still responsible for the advertisement that's being pumped out.
Next to some lovely Bud Light, and then here's her LinkedIn page. Alyssa Heinerscheid, VP.
Alyssa Heinerscheid, I wouldn't mind smashing her, if you know what I mean, after a couple of Bud Lights.
Bud Light, first female to lead the largest beer brand in the industry, and she has been there for 10 months and is just smashing it. And I found this new
Smashing governor
article about people leaving New York City and changing their lifestyles amidst COVID, and Alyssa was pleasantly featured, so we got a little more.
And Alyssa would be the VIP for marketing today.
Tell about her. This is how that article starts. I have a friend, Alyssa Heinerscheid, who works in.
So there is a publisher for the New Yorker who writes, and I quote, they have a friend named Alyssa Heinerscheid, or how you pronounce her last name, who works in marketing at Anheuser-Busch. Okay, so if you have a perverted sense of humor, let's just stop and appreciate the joke that writes itself. You have a female who is head of marketing for Budweiser, and it's owned, and Bud Light, and it's all owned by a company called Anheuser-Busch. It's like, yeah, have you met my girlfriend Anheuser-Busch? Yeah, our relationship is on the rocks, but I tell you what, she gives mean head. You know my girlfriend Anheuser-Busch? She's a real squirter, too. Oh, god damn it, so progressive. Oh my god.
Marketing at Anheuser-Busch. This has always been slightly hilarious because Alyssa is one of the last people I picture when I think of beer. She's a former teen harpist. In college, she...
Wait, what? So this Alyssa chick started off as a former teen harpist? Hey, I like harp. It's a pretty musical instrument. It's one of my favorite musical instruments, to be honest with you. They go on to write that Alyssa is one of the last people that they would picture when they think beer. She's a former teen harpist in college. She was known for planning her schedules in 20-minute increments, not shotgunning cold ones. And yet she has excelled managing brands like Natty Daddy, Rolling Rock, and my personal favorite, King Cobra malt liquor. Because she has a vagina, and because it's like, even though you're not qualified to do the job, you're forced to hire her, otherwise she could sue your company for sexual harassment. Female privilege. And you don't have to like shotgun beer to enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. You can have like 2 or 3 beers and just be like, hey, cool. I do have one more beer left, and I'm saving it for this other video response that I'm doing regarding some really fucking dumb shit. Like, Shoe-On had found a social media page called Incel Pickup Lines, and it's just so fucking cringe. You have to have a beer while watching it. But we'll get into that on the next video.
And for planning her schedule in 20-minute increments, I did that, not shotgunning cold ones, and yet she has excelled in managing brands like Natty Daddy, Rolling Rock, and King Cobra. It's just
Brett Cooper, say my YouTube name again.
cold ones, and yet she has excelled in managing brands like Natty Daddy, Rolling Rock, and King Cobra.
Oh my god, Brett Cooper saying my YouTube name. Ugh. It's not like that, you... I'm sorry, Brett, that was too far. Anyways, she was talking about the fucking beer you... Okay.
So weird, like nothing screams knowing your consumer base like hiring a teen harpist who doesn't like beer. It does not make sense.
You just assume she doesn't like beer because she's not known for shotgunning them. Maybe she has a beer on occasion. Big deal.
Their marketing strategy. I have a Forbes article here from February of this year where they announced how she was completely changing the marketing strategy of Bud Light, taking it in a new direction. So, like, this was all planned. This Dylan
Taking Bud Light into a new erection. There we go.
Mulvaney stunt, everything they're doing, this was not some throwaway, oh yeah, let's just do it because he's really popular right now. No, they are moving Bud Light in that direction. Like, I don't mean to be a downer, but they don't care that people are angry. They knew people would boycott. They knew they would get the clicks.
Exactly my point. Bud Light does not care. You cause a little bit of controversy, it gets people talking about your brand. So even if you got these people who are on these, like, conservative fucking channels bitching about how we need to boycott Bud Light now because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you are literally playing into Bud Light's hands by hating on them. Because now Bud Light's become like the rebel beer. It's like, oh geez. Oh geez.
Excellent. Everything is proceeding as scheduled.
The article reads,
What if it's a woman with a penis? What?
What?
People are laughing. Is that a dumb question?
article reads, Alyssa Heinerscheid.
Matt Walsh, what is a woman? It is an adult female. It's not somebody who identifies, it's just an adult female. Simple answer.
Vice president of marketing for Bud Light, is the first woman to ever lead the popular brand. They're really wanting to get a lot of claps for that. As the first woman to lead the biggest beer.
Maybe it's not about getting claps so much as it is just like being more inclusive with it. I don't know. That's how it is in today's modern society. If you're white, straight, cisgendered, and male, you're going to have a harder time getting a job if you're qualified than somebody who's less qualified because you're none of those four things that I just aforementioned. Because, yay, inclusivity. More like hypocrisy.
In the world, it's an amazing opportunity to really evolve.
As the first woman to lead the biggest beer brand in the world, it's an amazing opportunity to really evolve and elevate Bud Light, this brand that she loves, says Alyssa. Right. Yeah. If it's the biggest brand in the world, as the article puts it, then how is it in decline? I'm just asking for a friend.
Elevate Bud Light, this brand that I love. Do you actually love it? Have you ever tried a Bud Light? And then this is the kicker. Heinerscheid says Bud Light as a brand has been everything to everyone. And as a result, we have not been mindful about.
Alyssa then goes on to write that Bud Light as a brand has been everything to everyone. And as a result, we've not been mindful about where it shows up. And here comes the typical as a mother spew, because, you know, that's typical. As a mother, Alyssa writes, one strategic priority was to make sure that women were represented. Female representation is a personal passion point of hers, she says. I fully agree, and I get that 100%. Because there's no representation for us goths. There's no representation for straight cisgendered folks. Because we've had that for so long. And now that trans people get a little bit of representation, everybody freaks out about it. Like, check your fucking cis privilege, dude. And to be fair, trans people have privilege too. Both sides, this is a love and vanity moment right here. Both sides abuse each other. Both sides use each other. Both sides have privilege. Both sides are oppressed. And yes, I'm quoting my album because it's the truth. That's the dynamic you see with a lot of people. Instead of being like, why can't we all just get along, have a Bud Light, smoke some Bud, and chill the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dudes. It's no, we gotta fight because everything is offensive, everything's sexist, everything's racist. Where?
where it shows up. As a mother, Heinerscheid says one strategic priority was to make sure that women were represented. Female representation is a personal passion point of mine. Why, as a woman, I do not care if I'm represented by a beer brand. I'm gonna buy whatever I'm in the mood for.
I get that. I don't care if I feel that. You buy whatever alcohol you're in the mood for. Some women care about being represented, some women don't. It just depends on the woman, I guess.
A woman on the label, having it be pretty in pink, it's honestly going to turn me away from it because I don't want to look like a chick drinking a chick beer. It's really
okay, fuck that shit. Okay, let's stop the rant for 1 second, and can we just stop with the whole chick beer bullshit? I'm so fucking sick and tired of this gender inclusivity when it comes to, like, alcoholic beverages. Oh, that's a girl's drink. That drink's for pussies. You're drinking a girl beer. See, even girls are sick of it. They're just like, bro, the fuck? You know? It's like, can women and men just drink when they're old enough? And, like, if you want to drink a beer out of a pink can without being judged by these fucking assholes in our society, is that too much to fucking ask for? No, it fucking kills me, dude. I'm just like... that beer's for pussies. Well, I love getting of age, alive, consenting, cisgendered, non-related, of age, alive, human pussy.
that crazy. Also, you're trying to reach women by collaborating with a man masquerading as a woman. Great.
Well, I mean, she's not wrong on that. You're trying to reach more women by ironically giving the sponsorship to a woman who used to be a man, and Alyssa doesn't see how problematic that can be. There are a lot of women out there who feel like they're being replaced by these tranny people, and if they say anything about it, they get called a bigot. I'm also reminded of that one episode of South Park, the Strong Woman episode. You know what I'm saying?
Really achieving all your goals.
Get him the hell out of here.
But back to the article, quote, when we looked at this job to be done, attracting new drinkers, we started out with who we are and what do we stand for, Heinerscheid says. We'd been pretty inconsistent in our messaging over the years, and we need to establish who we are and consistently message this in years to come. Excellent. We all cannot wait for the years of messaging to come from Bud Light. It's going to be...
Yeah, the woke virtue signaling from Bud Light. It's going to be amazing. Virtue signaling? I'm just trying to get a cell phone signal. Goddamn cell phone company. You got any bars? Trying to check my Facebook.
Exciting. Now, obviously, this has become a huge story. Like, people are shocked that beer could be taken over by activism and progressivism.
No.
Who honestly cares? Drink the beer or don't drink it. I don't need another beer for the fucking next video response, to be honest. Because by the time these 3 beers kick in, I'm going to be feeling good. So I'm going to grab one more. Fuck it. Time to piss off the internet. Look at that. I'm drinking Bud Light Platinum. Oh my god. Let's get a close-up of this. That sound, too. That's the sound of a good time.
It's beyond saving. It's trash!
But we really shouldn't be shocked. Like, this is everywhere. They know that these controversial moves are going to give them a ton of impressions, a ton of clicks. But more importantly, it's going to bump up their ESG score and make them look inclusive to that side of the population that is constantly yelling and angry and often get violent when they're not represented and when the world does not bend for them. And my message...
Yeah, why the fuck is that? Those are the extremist trans activists at Brett Cooper. There are a lot of trans individuals and LGBTQIAA+ who are just trying to live their life and find acceptance and equality in society, much like women have had to fight for equality since the 1960s. And all of these nice individuals get overshadowed by these fucking extremist assholes like Audrey Hale, or the fucking assholes who fucking ruin it for the movement. And I'm just like, I feel sorry for these individuals. Like, yeah, I might get bullied for being who I am, you know? Like, my trolls love to rip on me because I'm a straight ally who's also cisgendered. They love it. They get off on it. And it's like, this is what you do with your fucking sad life? You sit on that goddamn subreddit and obsess over Cobra and who he really isn't, you know? It's disgusting and sad. And then you get the fucking assholes who are throwing a huge transphobic bitch fit because, oh my god, you guys, Bud Light featured Dylan Mulvaney. Ah, ah. And it's like, well, if you don't like it, then don't drink Bud Light. You know, I could give a fuck. I'm still gonna drink it. Excuse me. Bud Light Platinum brewed for the night. Oh, fuck. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit if I have any more alcohol for the rest of the day. Because sometimes 3 to 4 is enough, you know? Just enough to, like...
That side of the aisle is if every major corporation, if even Bud Light is on your side, you are not the resistance or the revolution. You are not being threatened. You are not edgy. They're pandering to you because they know that you'll eat it up and get off their backs. And to the other...
That's the truth. If Bud Light is pandering to you as an individual, you're no longer the victim. You're no... She said it. Brett Cooper, you said it. You're no longer the resistance. You're no longer rebellious. And they pander to you because you know that, oh my god, you got a little bit of inclusivity. So now it's like, well, now that you see Dylan Mulvaney drinking Bud Light, now it's like, now you have to have one, huh? Or you could just drink Bud Light because you like the way it tastes, not because you're trying to, you know, suit some political agenda. Like, kiss my fucking ass, dude.
The population, just remember that your wallet does have voting power. And even if it feels like you're not making a huge change by boycotting a brand or moving away from a brand, at least you're having integrity with yourself. And it might feel like
integrity with yourself, or is it transphobia?
Win because all of these corporations are moving in this direction and it definitely feels overwhelming at times. Just remember that the most important things that you do are in your home. How you raise your kids, how you interact with your community, the way that you impact your community. Those are things that you can control, and those are the things that make a real impact in your life. So focus on that. Okay, that was fun, and those people are crazy. If you want to see more videos like that, make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Our society's crazy, Brett Cooper.
That video, and if you want even more content, you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Brett Cooper.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, YouTube, that's a video response in the books.